So it's time to update our F1 stitch sampler blanket for Bahrain. However, I can do the driver of the day, but I'm gonna wait a few hours on doing everything else until all the potential penalties shake out. I know that Hamilton got driver of the day, and that will not change. It's an more interesting driver of the day than we've had previously, besides Yuki, which I was very happy about. Would love someone to explain the rationale why Hamilton got driver of the day and not like Ollie Behrman, who went from 20th to 10th in a Haas, or Pierre Gasly, who is keeping up with the Red Bulls. I don't quite understand the Hamilton thing, but very happy for him. So let's start off with the shell stitch while we wait for everything else to shake out. So it is one glorious spring day later. All of the things shook out. There were no penalties, so blanket went on as we assumed it would, and let's quickly go over. Is this front facing? We now have a front and a back facing to this blanket because we have the waffle stitch, which kind of has a front and a back facing. And then also now we have Hamilton's official stitch. He did win the sprint, but we represented that. Sprints we're doing with a row or a set of the cat stitch. So now Hamilton is represented truly. So I did the shell stitch for him, but I had to do like a filler stitch above it to even things out again, since this is a stitch sampler blanket. So you can see the like shells here, and then I just did a filler here. So that's what Hamilton's stitches are going to look like. I am still puzzled on how he got driver of the day and Ollie Behrman or Pierre Gasly or someone else did not. Please, if you have any suspicions on why that happened, like, let me know. I'm dying to know. I don't understand it. And then we had Lando Norris got third, and here's his granny clusters. Do I have regret about giving George Russell the peacock stitch, which takes up so much time and yarn? I have a tiny bit of regret, but making him the peacock stitch just felt so right that, like, what are you gonna do? And above that is kind of a fun, hi Violet, like modified double crochet. So I had to do the double crochets kind of in between the gaps of the filler for the peacock stitch. We're just kind of rolling with this blanket. That's the thing about stitch sampler blankets. You do have to be ready to like figure things out. It's one of the reasons why they're so much fun. So this is what our blanket looks like after this week. And next week, where are we? Next week is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So I will see you guys for that, and then we'll have a little break on our blanket. Again, I'm begging you, let's do something interesting for driver of the day. Let's give it to someone unexpected. Someone who's unexpected but really deserves it. Let's do it. We can do this. We can make driver of the day good again. We can make it have a purpose again. Let's do it.